to charge in the one. Left center, did he get enough? Is there 3 homers in a row? You betcha! Hillenbrand has many home runs tonight as he had for Boston all season.
My one childhood dream was to become a major leaguer. I was a 2-time All-Star. I hit a game-winning home run off Mariano Rivera, 3 home runs in 3 consecutive innings. I played 7 years in the major leagues. I love baseball so much, but all those accolades, everything that I experienced with that, didn't fill the niche that I needed inside myself. I'm in the prime of my Major League Baseball career, and I make a decision with $20 million in the bank. I quit.
Discovering who we really are is an exhilarating journey that shapes our very existence. Navigating this journey is a daunting task. This leaves us searching for clarity and power. We all dream of a moment where we could say, I get it. I can see it now. I'm seen. A moment that sets us apart and leaves others in awe. To make this become reality, we need something more than hope. This moment demands agency. The power to control the narrative. Creating agency in our lives unlocks a whole new world. A world of freedom and fulfillment. We hold within us the power to transform ourselves and create the life we've always desired. But yet we fail to realize the extent of this power. Because we find it convenient to attribute our challenges to outside forces, failing to recognize our own role in the problem. The moment we take back control of our lives and embrace agency is the moment the impossible becomes possible. It's a moment that begins with the recognition that we are the authors of our own destiny and that the power to create a life of passion and purpose lies within us.
Shea found new life and a new hope, and he is currently on a mission to help business professionals, entrepreneurs, and top performers develop their all-star life. Get ready to design your all-star life with the one and only Shea Hillenbrand.
See, what I did when I went to Major League Spring Training as a minor leaguer, what I did is I behaved like a big leaguer. When you come here, guys, behave like a successful entrepreneur. Because what happens, behavior precedes, goes in front of your feelings, your emotions, your ability, your talent, everything that you have. But a behavior comes from a decision, and a decision is to commit to what you want to achieve, regardless of what anybody says. So I behaved like a big leaguer.
Side corner. Fly ball in left field and deep, and this ball is gone. Goodbye, baseball.
So I'm sitting on my bed at 14 years old, and my dad walks into the room and he says, son, we're moving out of state. And my dad left the room that day. The story I told myself was, I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough, and my dad doesn't love me. The only reason I made the team, guys, is my work ethic. I was the first guy there, last guy to leave every single day. What happens next for me, guys, changes everything. I get drafted by the Boston Red Sox. I'd have little girls in the stands holding up signs saying, will you marry me, Shea? I would do autograph signings for $10,000 an hour, and girls would come to the table crying and shaking like teenagers, preteens, just because they got to meet me. But what they didn't see was that deep, deep pain resonating inside me, fueling that pain-driven game. From that perspective that I formed from that story, that I formed from that experience at 14 years old. 2 pitches later, the count's 2-2. I'm living and dying on my approach. You have to live and die on the approach you have. Whatever decision you make, you got to commit to it 100% and not worry about what the result might be. But when you commit to your approach and your decision that you make 100%, you give yourself the best chance to compete on top of the world. Major League Baseball didn't do it. The fame didn't do it. The glory didn't do it. The success didn't do it. Being on ESPN, the who's who of the world, millions of dollars in the bank account. So I went and I purchased a $5 million horse farm and pursued my second childhood dream. I bought a zoo. The joy I received witnessing my animals transform thousands of children's lives in our community was absolutely priceless. I'm pounding at fulfillment now. After overdosing on drugs and alcohol, the soul's leaving the top of my head. And I'm clinging onto my last breath. The thoughts going through my mind are, You're a failure. You lost everything. What kind of idiot does this? What would your parents think if you left the world today, Shea? What kind of dad would do this to your kids? You said you quit baseball for your kids. You're a hypocrite. You're a liar. You're flawed. I was tired of fighting that game because my name had become the game. My identity. So I let go. I don't know if I died or if I fell asleep. I was just trying to run, numb, and flee from that pain I had inside myself, from the perspective I formed, from the pain points and the pressure points in my life. I have two major decisions right now that I have to do. Nobody else can do it for me. That's to take back control and own my life for once. And I never had to do that being a professional athlete, a celebrity, superstar, Major League Baseball player. I could hide behind the veil of Major League Baseball player. The most powerful force in human nature is for you to stay congruent. For you to stay aligned in what you believe to be true about yourself. Once you get into momentum, once you understand how to leverage that language, that conversation with yourself, and once you start believing in yourself, take one action every single day. Once you keep that promise to yourself, guys, you'll start gaining credibility with yourself. You need promises and credibility with yourself to have a foundation to stand on, your belief system, because you guys deserve it.
Shea Hillenbrand is one of the most powerful speakers on the planet. I brought him out to one of my events, and he lit the room on fire. He didn't just tell people what they wanted to hear. He told them what they needed to know so that they could master the inner game. I'm talking about leaders and entrepreneurs and big dreamers who want to do some of the most impossible things in the world. Shea walked in the room and literally made the ground shake. You can find a motivational speaker on every corner, but if that's what you're looking for, it's not Shea. But if you want somebody who can take leaders and your organization and families to new levels that they never even imagined, Shea Hillenbrand is your guy.
I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank. I'm here with Shea Hillenbrand. And Shea, you have an amazing story. I can't wait to tell everybody out there about you. You did very well financially for many years, right? You've been to the top. You had some tough times. You lost some of that money over the years, but hey, you go up, you go down, you're back on the way up now. I saw you on stage the other night. Amazing. I mean, when I tell you Shea was in front of a really nice crowd, the Boys and Girls Club, standing ovation. Congratulations on that one too, man.
Appreciate it.
First of all, there's not many people out there that can talk about having made, tens of millions of dollars, played on the Red Sox and the Dodgers and, been to the top of the mountain. When you speak, you can feel it in the passion that you've got.
Purpose in life is just to use my talents to make other people's lives better. And I think that's through speaking, motivating, and inspiring people with my story.
The motivation of speaking is so powerful because you have a great message.
You won't find too many professional athletes that had the success I had that will allow themselves to be vulnerable, to share what I've been through.
What you want people to do is understand that they need to change their self-talk and make it more positive and uplifting and something that doesn't take them down but takes them up, and to see the opportunities that are out there. You can get everything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. And I believe after meeting you, spending time with you the last number of days and watching you speak, the power and the motivation you bring, I believe this is your motto also. And the future looks fantastic, and motivation, speaking, empowerment, get your mojo going. Shea Hillenbrand, great hanging out with you, man.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks for
Appreciate
being here.
it.
All right. Thank you.